Did he just say that Penta's hand gestures were too bougie for him? What? What is Paul Heyman going on about? Alright, you delightful human. We're off to a great start after the long weekend. Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Variety Nerd, and today we're gathered here to watch Monday Night Raw. It's raining outside, and I couldn't go for my evening walk, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do another week of Monday Night Raw reactions. We're just doing it just whenever we feel like it at this point. That's just sort of the energy that I'm feeling right now. But we got a lot of ground to cover tonight because we've got Penta versus Seth Rollins. That's totally gonna end well. We've got Becky Lynch making an appearance ahead of the big triple threat match that was announced between her, Bayley, and Lyra for the women's IC title at Evolution coming up. We've got Kairi Sane versus Roxanne Perez. That should be good. El Grande Americano will also be in action. I'm pretty sure there was like something with Bron and Bronson, right? Am I misremembering this? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we have Bron Breakker versus Sami Zayn and Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso. So the Bron and Bronson Brigade are in action this week, just in singles competition. So keeping us on our toes a little bit. So as per usual, grab your snacks, grab your choice of beverage, get comfy and cozy, and let's watch our stories, people. Alrighty, lovely people, we've got Seth Rollins out here with Bron and Bronson Brigade and Paul Heyman just hugging onto the Money in the Bank briefcase, and I'm still trying to figure out why he's the one that's holding the briefcase, but that's besides the point. Last week, Seth Rollins was making absolutely no sense as to why he went after John Cena and CM Punk, other than he's just a bitter ex at this point when it comes to CM Punk. He interrupted a whole segment with Gunther, and then CM Punk came out, and then Seth was trying to escape everybody, mostly CM Punk, went into the crowd, and then LA Knight threw popcorn at him, and they had a whole fight backstage and everything, and then that led to a whole situation with LA Knight and CM Punk backstage, and now we've got Seth Rollins versus LA Knight for Saturday night's main event. Hopefully we summed things up pretty swiftly and accurately, as we remember the details. Oh! Bron Breakker just took the microphone from Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman was gonna get the mic over to Seth. This is a little interesting. Look at Paul's face, he's like all befuddled. Unless if he's just a really good actor. You can't trust this dude whatsoever. Again, you gotta keep tabs on Paul Heyman. He's got the reactions and everything. Bronson's like, simmer down, Bron, simmer down. Even Seth's like, what is this guy doing here? But let's wait, let's let him cook. I mean, I have no room to talk. I don't really do either of those. Paul Heyman's like, oh my god, what have you done? Someone's gonna come out soon, right? Seth just kind of like shoved Paul towards Bron, like, hey, can I get the mic back? He had to get some things off his chest. I didn't 100% agree with it, but I mean, he did say something, sets things up with him and Sami and that sort of thing. I'm okay with that. But we also have to factor in Cross now, right? Because like Cross and Sami, they're still feuding, right? Because I think they were fighting backstage last week. Okay, Seth's giving the microphone to Bronson. Look at that, Bron and Bronson Brigade getting a showcase tonight. Look at this. Okay, they're addressing the lore at least. Okay, thank you. This is making some sense here. What is Seth's vision? Because I'm a little confused. I mean, Bronson's at least getting somewhere with this. I think Bron was going on about how he was going to be the future for the next 20 years or something like that. What was that part of Seth's vision? Have we gotten established what Seth's vision is? The better question is, does Seth have a vision board? I should make a vision board. It's been on the radar, but it makes sense. It's more of a respect thing for Bron and Seth. Okay, this makes sense. But then how did we get the respect between Bronson and Bron to form the Bron and Bronson Brigade? That's another question I got. Shouldn't we have gotten all this established a few weeks ago? Somebody's got to hold the briefcase. Paul's not holding it. Was that a Star Wars reference? I'm 90% sure that was a Star Wars reference. He's not gonna try to follow that promo. He literally said that. Wait, wasn't Bronson like loosely aligned with the bloodline at one point? Okay, so they teased Roman Reigns. You could say that Bronson Reed could be eating Mr. Yeet. Oh, stop. No, I won't. What? The biggest box office attraction in the entire industry? I'm all confused, Paul. Can you cite your sources? I'd appreciate that. Did he just say that Penta's hand gestures were too bougie for him? What? What is Paul Heyman going on about? Oh my god. Well, we need to address two other people that were in the mix last week, right? Well, 3, because Gunther. Well, Gunther's got Goldberg. Seth hasn't addressed LA Knight yet, and he's facing him on Saturday night. And, well, the crowd's chanting for the other person, CM Punk. Seth, no, we didn't cover everybody. I literally recapped everything. You didn't address everybody. You're missing 2 people. Oh, Seth. There were 2 full people that you did not address. You didn't address anything that happened last week. Talk about avoidance behavior, right? We still don't know what Seth's actual vision is. Oh my god. Well, we're going into Judgment Day shenanigans next, but yeah, this whole segment just happened. It was good to hear from Bron and Bronson Brigade. I did appreciate that. Bron's stuff kind of went off the rails just a little bit. It was just like, okay, I can kind of get some of this, but all right. And then at least they addressed the whole thing with like Bronson and Seth from, I think that was last year, I want to say, where like Bronson just like tsunami'd the crap out of Seth and everything. So I'm like, okay, at least we're starting to make some sense out of this. But Seth, what is going on with Seth Rollins? This dude is just not making any sense. We don't know what the exact vision is at this point. And Seth didn't even address CM Punk or LA Knight. And I'm like, you're facing one of these dudes like on Saturday, and well, they had that whole fight last week, and well, Punk and Seth, they were in the middle of the ring with each other last week when Gunther was in there, so I just don't know what's happening at this point with Seth. So unless if we get some sort of major plot twist or something, I don't know what Seth's even doing at this point, and I still don't see the chemistry with him and Paul, but again, I do like the Bron and Bronson Brigade just as a concept, but we didn't get like how they mesh well together. I need more Bron and Bronson Brigade lore. I don't want to give this segment a full thumbs up because some of it did go off the rails. So maybe this is a half thumbs up because I'm like, we were kind of moving in the direction, right? I think maybe. I don't know. Alrighty, we've got Roxanne versus Kairi to kick things off here in terms of the matches for the night. We got a whole bunch of matches for the night as we established in the intro, right? Right. I'm tired of the Judgment Day. I'm gonna let that out. It's like, what's gonna happen first? The Judgment Day breaking up or me turning 30? You got 10 months exactly from this episode of Raw when it's airing on the 7th. My birthday's on May 7th, so they got 10 months now. There was like a whole segment with the Judgment Day backstage too, and they had like a little vigil type thing for Liv, and then AJ Styles was kind of just chilling in the background there, and I guess like he had a cake for Dom or something. It was a whole thing. Got a kick out of that. I am literally amazed that it took us 7 full years to get Evolution 2. Let me know in the comments like where you were 7 years ago for the first Evolution. I was in my first semester of grad school, and I was in my early 20s. Oh, nice near fall right there. Got another near fall attempt right there from Roxanne. Oh, okay. Oh, but Kairi caught her. There you go, Kairi. There you go. I'm just so glad to see Kairi back on our screens on a regular basis. I always thought she was just really talented. Oh, right into Roxanne. All right, well, Kairi's in firm control here. Raquel, calm down. Okay, well, Roxanne just knocked over Kairi off the top rope. Okay, what's Roxanne doing? She's got Kairi's arm on like the bottom rope, like right in the corner. Oh, well, that's certainly one way to go to commercial break because that looked painful. That looked like that hurt. Oh, there was like some spooky lighting going on as we got back from the commercial break because like they were doing the drone shot like going, you know, over the crowd, over the ring and that sort of thing, and it was like green and orange and stuff. I'm like, listen, it's past 4th of July. We're all feeling that Halloween spirit at this point. We do go pretty hard for Labor Day here in Cincinnati, like just in general, so we've got Labor Day to look forward to. Seriously, we get like fireworks and everything for Labor Day. It's great. Roxanne once again with a roll-up, trying to get all the sneaky pins for the win. I can kind of respect that, to be honest. It's like, I just want to put her away. Oh, nice elbow to Kairi right there. These two are having a good match. I'm enjoying it. Again, I really like that moonsault that Roxanne does. It's a cool move. It's a cool move. Okay, my arm hurt just like watching that. Just out. It's gotten to the point where it feels weird having a Sunday night premium live event, and it's like, well, didn't we just have one for like WrestleMania, and we're about to get one for the 2-night SummerSlam? And it's like, yes, you would be correct, but it still feels very weird now because we've just been so used to the Saturday schedule. That's a me thing though. Oh, ouch, that could do it. That could put away Kairi. Oh, Kairi kicked out. Oh, Kairi hit Roxanne with the headbutt. Okay, the camera just went a little crazy there. Nice move right there from Kairi. Huge strike off the top rope. Oh, Roxanne ducked out of the way there. Oh, I think Kairi caught her. Kairi might have it here. Oh, just kidding. Raquel just got Roxanne out of the ring. Even the referee's like, what is this nonsense? What are you doing? Well, hey, Kairi just took care of Raquel right there. Well, okay. I was gonna say there's a lot that just happened with the camera because like Kairi just like kind of took the camera for a second. And while Roxanne took control and brought Kairi back inside the ring. Kairi might have it. Sneaky pin for the win. Kairi picked up the win. Oh, I love this. This was a good match. match, though. The crowd was really into it. And hey, Kairi picked up a win. And there's Raquel, because of course, we can't have nice things. Leave Kairi alone. Oh, snap. Okay, no, this makes sense. Asuka's coming out here. Okay, this makes sense. Oh, well, Raquel just took down Asuka right there. There's Kairi. Oh, Asuka's like hanging on to Raquel for dear life here. Okay, there goes Asuka. Oh, but there's Roxanne taking care of Kairi for a second there. Oh, okay. Got a double team move right here. Beautiful. Asuka just helped out Kairi right there. These two got a lot of history together. Love that, love that. I've always loved those two as a team. Oh, okay, I was so suspicious there for a second. I'm so suspicious of everything at this point. I thought Asuka was gonna turn on Kairi there for like a fraction of a second there, but if these two are back together as a team, I'm pretty okay with it. They've always had great chemistry together, and we know that we're gonna get some good matches with them as a team, and we need teams in the women's tag team division at this point. So the match itself with Roxanne and Kairi was great, and Asuka helping out Kairi was the cherry on top. So I'm gonna give all this a thumbs up. I enjoyed this. Oh my goodness. Okay, there was a lot that just happened. So remember how we were just chit-chatting about Karrion Kross and Sami last week with Kross attacking Sami with the pipe? Well, Karrion Kross did in fact attack Sami Zayn with the pipe this week as Sami was making his way down to the ring. There was a whole situation with like the trainers, Adam Pearce, and well, now Sami's going up against Bron Breakker. Another interesting point to note as well is that Bron Breakker's outside here by himself, so I don't know. But of course we had to see Paul Heyman walk out with the briefcase like he actually won the briefcase. That's just what we have to go with at this point. Like, I didn't have a problem like holding like the titles and stuff with the bloodline and everything, because like Paul Heyman was really like part of the bloodline, right? And they had chemistry with Paul and everything. I don't get the energy or the chemistry with Seth and Paul. I know I keep saying it, but it's true. Well, Bron Breakker was just talking some trash there and he called Sami Zayn a bum, so that just happened. I can tell we're gonna get some shenanigans at some point, whether that's this match, Bronson's match, or Seth's match, because Bron and Bronson, Brigade, and Seth, they're all in matches tonight. Seriously, Sami, like take a few weeks to just kind of regroup, refresh, rejuvenate, refocus, heal up a little bit. But again, like Sami's kind of like the ultimate baby face. Like we just want to keep rooting for him. This is just giving off like mom come pick me up, I'm scared vibes with Bron Breakker. Oh, but there's Sami with a clothesline stopping Bron right in his tracks there. Sami's got some life in him. Oh dear lord, yeah, Sami's cooked. Oh, but Sami just got underneath the ring there. Poor Sami. Okay, now I'm a little nervous. Oh yeah, Sami's gotta be out. Bron doesn't care about winning. He just wants to destroy people. Again, that's the point of the Bron and Bronson Brigade. They're just destroying people. They're understanding their assignments, even though we don't understand what Seth's vision actually is at this point. But isn't this up to the referee's discretion, like whether somebody can compete or not, or continue to compete or not? Like, I get why they would want Adam Pearce to make the decision, but like, shouldn't this also be on the referee too, right? Because I don't know, the referee's right out there, and they kind of call the matches. I think Sami's done, people. Yeah, he's done. Well, Bron Breakker picks up a win. Although, keeping in mind that Sami did get attacked by Kross this week before the match, and then last week too. So I guess it kind of took both Kross and Bron to take down Sami right there. So strong in defeat, question mark, or something, or some other kind of logic. I don't know. But either way, Bron Breakker picks up a win here, and he just destroyed Sami Zayn, and that's effectively what the assignment was here tonight. So this match happened. Again, I'm still interested in the whole Kross and Sami situation, and I want to see what happens with Bronson and Seth later on tonight as well in their matches. Alrighty, friends. We got Becky Lynch out here. We got the triple threat match made official with her, Bayley, and Lyra. That's the match I'm looking forward to the most on this show. I'm excited. Becky's not wrong. Becky's making the most sense on this show so far. But I mean, like, wasn't that a draw last week? Hang on here. Let me do some fact checking here. Yeah, it was a double pin, so they pinned each other last week. So if they pinned each other, does that mean that they technically get a rematch? I don't know. But Lyra's the former champion, so that makes sense. Yeah, like that doesn't make any sense, right? Because like the two world champions got to pick their opponents. Yeah, see, thank you, Becky. Becky's making sense over here. They're in cahoots and working together. I don't think so. I mean, you've seen the last few weeks, Becky, right? Like those two have been kind of at each other's throats, to say the least. But basically, Lyra cost Bayley the #1 contender spot against Becky. And then the following week, Bayley and Lyra, they double pinned each other, so that's kind of also how we got to the situation here. But it goes back because Becky took up Bayley to team with Lyra to win the tag team titles and whatnot at WrestleMania, right? And then Becky turned on Lyra the following night once they lost the tag team titles, so this is all going back to WrestleMania. Listen, Becky was making some sense here at points. Then there's Bayley in the background. Wait, was that a title match 2 weeks ago? Hang on here. I'm trying to keep up too. That's why we're fact checking in real time here. Okay, yep, that was for the title. I thought that was a #1 contenders match, so my bad. You can't trust like anybody on either of these shows at this point, but like to a certain extent you kind of need a buddy system. I'm convinced of it. Have we not been watching SmackDown? Because Bayley was kind of doing her own thing there for a little while. Oh snap. Also important to note that Bayley never actually lost those tag titles, by the way, right? I think that would have been important to note too. But yeah, I mean, Bayley's got a good point there. I mean, I would have brought up again the fact that, you know, the tag titles were lost and it was not Bayley's fault. Again, I don't know who's gonna win this triple threat, but this is the match I'm looking forward to the most. Because we know it's gonna be good. We got Lyra, we got Becky, we got Bayley, like fantastic on paper. And there's a great little story that's been building for months. Like, that's exactly what you want. That's what we've been complaining about with this build. And then it's like the world champions, they just get to pick their own challenger. Like, what? And then like with the women's tag team title situation too, right? So like Alexa and Charlotte, they had to qualify on SmackDown, but then they had Zarya and Sol Ruka from NXT just get tossed in there. And then they also just had the Kabuki Warriors just added. I'm like, wait, so one team had to qualify, the other two teams didn't have to qualify. This is the stuff that we're talking about. So yeah, again, like I'm looking forward to Evolution. The build hasn't been great, but we know the women are going to deliver. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most so far. On top of Naomi versus Jade, I think that's also got a lot of potential to be pretty good too. And again, because of the story. Again, I'm here to watch my stories. Come on, WWE, give us stories and continuity here. We remember the little details in this household, we really do. But overall, again, I'm excited for this match. I'm giving this a thumbs up. Okay, people, so we've got Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed, and once again, this is a respect thing. Nobody respects each other. That's the thread here in this match. I get it. Bronson made more sense in that opening segment than probably anybody else did, to be honest, because like he earned Seth's respect after the tsunamis and stuff like that, and they brought that back up. And then they did address the whole like Bron like winning against Sami situation that we were literally just chit-chatting about, where it was like, well, cross-attack Sami and stuff, and they kind of just embraced that, to be honest, like easy pickings. And then Seth told Bronson to do the same thing pretty much to Jey. Again, I'm very suspicious because we have yet to see CM Punk, we have yet to see LA Knight or have mentions of either one of them, and Bronson's got this match tonight, and Seth still got his match against Penta later tonight, so I don't know, I'm very suspicious about this whole situation. And like Seth's got the match on Saturday night against LA Knight, so I'm very suspicious why they haven't brought him up, especially after last week. I don't know. That's a me thing, though. Here we go. Jey taking down Bronson, and Bronson just went over the commentary table. You gotta do what you gotta do to take down Bronson Reed. Like, this is the big dude here. All right, here we go. Jey Uso's going for the commentary table now. See, the Achilles heel with Jey and Sami is that they just have a lot of heart. And, well, these two dudes are heartless, and they just go and destroy people. It might be very simple, but, I mean, hey, it works. Okay, so Jey just kicked Bronson, and Bronson landed in the spinning chair. And there's the super kick, and Bronson just got sent backwards because he was sitting in the chair, and the chair went backwards too. I think he kind of landed sort of on that commentary table top, right? Because they pulled the top of the commentary table off and tossed it aside earlier. Oh my god. Okay, well that just happened. That was terrifying. Okay, so Bronson got up and Jey was about to do another dive, and Bronson just threw the spinning chair, the office chair, the commentary chair at Jey while Jey was running towards Bronson, and he hit a tsunami. So he didn't win the match, but he understood his assignment, and that was to go and destroy Jey Uso. Also, they've nicknamed Paul Heyman the Oracle. I feel like this was established a minute ago, but it's still very confusing. So basically an oracle means a person or thing considered to provide insight, wise counsel, or prophetic predictions, most notably including precognition of the future inspired by deities. I literally went under the FAQ little box clicked on the first one. But if you're looking for the actual definition, these are the definitions that Google came up with. So yeah, the synonyms do provide some insight though. But this whole situation just happened, people. Bronson understood his assignment. Oh no, we can tell that this is a different El Grande Americano, aka Starbucks. If you're new to the channel, we have just referred to El Grande Americano as like Starbucks in this household. I know that it's like copyrightable or whatever, right? And trademarked because it's an actual company, but I'm pretty convinced that's how they came up with the name of El Grande Americano, was because it's literally a Starbucks drink. So that's the lore. Sometimes the lore doesn't need to be that deep, okay? But yeah, this version of El Grande Americano is taller than the original one. I think that's safe to say, right? We know it's Ludwig, right? We know this. Starbucks, is it Starbucks 2.0 now? Or fake Starbucks? Because just, I don't know. What are we, because this is the second El Grande Americano that we've had. So we might have to workshop this a little bit. Thank you, Dragon Lee. I'm just all confused. We're completely over this nonsense, right? Right? At least I am, anyway. Okay, I heard that kick there from Starbucks 2.0 to Dragon Lee. Well, yes, because, well, it's a different person altogether. Okay, well, Dragon Lee just got sent to the timekeepers area and we're off to commercials. Okay, so I'm like a minute behind from getting back from the commercial break, but that's okay because we were editing. We've been editing as we go along tonight. They actually addressed speed in the canon, which was great. Oh, right in the corner as well. I mean, listen, I'm just glad that we have Dragon Lee on our screens, but I'm just so over the Starbucks character at this point. I don't know. It's like between that and the Judgment Day, I'm like, can we nip these things in the bud? At least the Judgment Day is kind of funny at times, but this is just, I can't. Okay, whatever that was kind of cool. Yeah, we know who that is under the mask. We know who Starbucks is. Here we go. Oh, Starbucks rolled out of the way there. And, well, the headbutt. Yeah. Is the metal thing still under the mask? Because that was the whole thing with the headbutt, like being the finisher. Well, Starbucks won the match. I'm completely over this, friends. I'm completely over it. But I mean, at least they're acknowledging that this is not the original El Grande Americano, so yay, continuity? Alrighty, here we go. We got Gunther out here ahead of his world title defense against Goldberg coming up at Saturday night's main event. It is also being advertised as Goldberg's final match. Or maybe he's preparing for the match. That would be a logical explanation, right? What is going on here? Okay, so Goldberg's showing up in a car. Okay, we got a split screen with Goldberg and Gunther now. Okay, so Goldberg's in the ring now talking trash to Gunther. I was a little distracted during the entrance because I was like trying to figure out what car that was. They're gonna mute the audio probably, right? Oh, even the closed captions got the profanities, so I guess we're safe, right? I'm not taking any chances on my channel though. But Goldberg just like swatted the mic out of Gunther's hand and, well, he just went after Gunther now. Oh, he was gonna go for a spear, but Gunther got out of the way there. I think thunderous is an understatement. That's gonna be a crazy atmosphere, because I mean, like, think about how much lore there is with Goldberg in Atlanta, right? That explains a lot. But overall, this segment was everything it needed to be for this matchup, because again, like, this is Goldberg's last match. It's Gunther versus Goldberg for the world title. We don't really need too much of a build for this one, because it's kind of self-explanatory, right? But because this was everything that it needed to be, we'll give it a thumbs up. Okay, so there was a lot that happened between the Bronson and Seth matches here. So Paul Heyman and Penta, they had an interaction, and then of course Bron was right there for Paul Heyman, had his back and everything, right? There was also a little video package of LA Knight just talking some trash, and I just really want a promo between LA Knight and Seth at this point. So, I mean, they addressed LA Knight just a little bit there with that video package to kind of help build things up, right? And I'm, again, suspicious because we still got Friday Night SmackDown to navigate together, right? But we have yet to address CM Punk. Penta's on the commentary table now. Has the match actually started? I don't think the match actually started yet. Penta has Seth at the post there. Oh, okay. So Seth just like ducked out of the way there, and Penta hit his hand on the post. Okay, well, I guess the I thought the match didn't start. It's like, Christina, you're yapping too much. Well, there goes Penta taking care of Seth right there. That's one way to do it. I'm rooting for you, smooth operator. So effectively, the whole concept was to pretty much get rid of anybody that would potentially try to help out LA Knight, or screw over Seth Rollins, rather, in that case. Because, I mean, it could go either direction, but more than likely the latter option, I would think. I don't know. Or it could go the opposite way on Saturday night's main event, but I don't trust that whole situation. I don't trust anything on our stories at this point. There goes Penta taking out Seth over the top rope. Alrighty, we're back from the commercial break. Seth Rollins is in firm control here. I think he's got like a little gash above his eyebrow. Yeah, Seth's bleeding a little bit on the forehead, I think. Couple small little cuts on his face. Indeed, Penta is quite fun to watch. And I just really love how much of a spotlight he's been getting on Monday Night Raw. He's just fun to watch in the ring. And they've been really letting him show his personality too, so I'm here for it. And just the fans have just naturally just gravitated towards him. And isn't that what you want, is when you have that connection with the crowd? Oh no. Oh, Penta landed. Yep, okay. I was gonna say Penta was looking like he was gonna counter it or something. Nice move right there from Penta. Because Seth was going right into the corner, but then Penta did like the backstabber move. Oh, Seth caught Penta right there. Oh, Seth just caught Penta. Because Penta was going for a springboard type move, and well, Seth caught him. Seth really needs to like slow the pace down or put Penta away pretty quickly. Oh, he did not do the, oh, come on. Seriously, Seth? Seth got some good air on that, though. The crowd's chanting CM Punk now, and again, like, Seth's kind of like that jealous ex at this point when it comes to CM Punk. Again, we were all excited for that little feud, but then it was like, oh my god, will this ever end now? But I mean, like, Punk had to take that detour with Drew, and that was like pretty much like feud of the year in a lot of people's eyes last year. I think we were all kind of expecting Seth and Punk to kind of continue through the spring, maybe? I don't know, and like actually have a match outside of that triple threat match, and then of course they had that match at Raw on Netflix. So I think a lot of us were thinking like maybe they'd have like a match at some point this summer. I don't know. Nice move right there from Penta. There he is. There it goes. Oh, Seth kicked out. Oh, Penta almost had Seth right there. Okay, that just happened. Penta, oh wait, no, he's close to the ropes. Seth's right by the rope. Yep, okay, yeah, Seth got to the ropes. Once again, like the crowd just loves Penta. Oh, come on, Seth. Seth, we were having a good time. What are we doing here? Okay, just, okay, that's it for Penta. Well, Seth and company officially made the clean sweep here tonight, going 3-0 in their matches and that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out who Paul was trying to call here. He's like yelling at them. Okay, well that might explain it. Bron and Bronson Brigade are back. Oh, hang on here. Something's going on. Well, there's LA Knight now. Run, LA Knight, run! Nope, nope. Keep going, LA Knight. We don't need you to get destroyed by Bron and Bronson Brigade. We got LA Knight right at the end of the show. See, this is what Seth gets for like not acknowledging LA Knight. Like, come on. Come on! Listen to the crowd, WWE. This crowd has been just on fire for LA Knight for like literally over 2 years now. Like, it's just not going away, and we're here for that energy. Either way, this was a good match with Seth and Penta. I'm just a little spenta. I should not have laughed that hard, but here we are. We love you, Penta. We really do. But yeah, we did enjoy the match. We'll give the match a thumbs up, and LA Knight just making the swoop in there at the very end to go after Seth Rollins with the cherry on top. So we'll also give that a thumbs up. Alrighty, lovely people. So overall, this was a decent episode of Raw this week. For me, it was kind of middle of the road, but there were some bright spots. So I like the thread of having Bron and Bronson Brigade along with Seth. They, had to do the clean sweep and take care of everybody. That made sense to me. Much more sense than anything that Seth just is doing at this point. Because we don't know what his vision is or anything still. And I had more of an oracle than Paul Heyman did because they were surprised that LA Knight showed up at the end. And I'm like, yes, like, that makes sense, because they had that big fight, and Seth refused to acknowledge LA Knight, like, on the show, as we kind of saw this week. Other than that, I did enjoy Roxanne and Kairi, and I like how they brought Asuka and Kairi. It is July 7th! Calm down! It's Monday night. What are we doing? Think of the pets. Think about all of us that gotta get up for work the next morning. What are we doing? Anyway, enjoyed Asuka and Kairi getting back together, enjoyed Roxanne versus Kairi in general, and then I enjoyed the main event with Penta and Seth. I thought they had a good match, and I liked, of course, the very end of the show, of course, with LA Knight just going after Seth. That all made sense to me. And I also enjoyed the segment in the middle of the show with Becky, Lyra, and Bayley. Again, between that and Naomi and Jade's no holds barred match, those are the two matches I'm looking forward to the most coming up at Evolution. And Saturday night's main event's looking pretty good too. So yeah, again, very middle of the road show, but let me know what y'all thought about this episode of Monday Night Raw down in the comments down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you get notifications around here and that sort of thing. And thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one.